A new national poll from the team at Quinnipiac University is out, and voters are giving the president his lowest approval rating in Quinnipiac's polling analysis. Tim Malloy is joining us to talk about some of the factors impacting that rating. Tim, thanks so much for your time.
Sure, Ashley. 32% is very low, lowest of both terms he's ever served. So that's a big warning flag as we approach the midterms for sure. Only a couple months away, November 3rd. It's a bad number, and it's a tough one the White House has to address.
Straight to the good stuff, Timmy. Tell us first, how many people did you guys talk to with this poll, and when did you do the poll?
Well, I was ready for that. Let's see. We talked to 963 self-identified voters registered over a period of 5 days. So we call thousands of people, and we put it in the machine and spits out their answers, and we put percentages on it. And hopefully it's a reflection, sort of a man and a woman on the street, of what people are thinking, Republicans, Democrats, and Independents.
Yeah, you guys have been talking about the president's job approval rating since his first term. You guys have been talking to people. You talk to them several times each year. You mentioned that approval rating: 32% 32% approve, 58% disapprove, 10% no opinion. The lowest you've seen. You know, this cannot be good going into November for the president.
Yeah, and you have to, it's not, and it's not good for other Republican candidates who are, of course, attached to the president. And it has a lot to do with the war and the economy. Those other numbers bear it out. So, yeah, this is a rough time for the party, and they know it.
So let's talk about some of those other numbers, right? When it comes to the nation's economy, you guys asked folks, do they think it's getting better, getting worse? What did they tell you?
Generally, Americans, again, Republicans, Democrats, Independents, we call everybody, believe the economy is getting worse. And even more so, they feel their own personal economies at home, dinner table talk, is getting worse. So there's some discomfort with the economy. And that, as you know, actually, because we've talked a lot, was the president's strongest suit going into the presidency, both terms, that and immigration. And he's not getting good numbers on the economy either. So I hate to paint a dark picture. There's time to go here. A lot of people truly believe in this administration, but right now this is in danger zone for them.
Yeah, I thought it was really telling. We showed our viewers the numbers of folks who think that the economy is getting worse, but you guys asked, and you mentioned it, are you better or worse off financially, personally? And 49% of Americans say they are worse off right now with, of course, that inflation, right?
That and gas prices. And I think there's a concern about the war. I'm going to add something. You're maybe going to ask me this anyway. When it comes to the Iran war, we asked people, how long do you think it'll last? Huge surge in numbers of people think it's going to last a long time. Like that it would last for a year or more by almost 50% of people. So those are a real underlying concern of what that war can do to the economy, gas prices, and a lot of other things affected by it, ancillary wise.
Yeah, and on top of them thinking that it's going to last a long time, you guys found that most people don't even agree with this conflict, right?
60% of Americans don't want us there. 78% certainly don't want boots on the ground. And again, I mentioned a soaring number of people who believe that we're going to be there for a long, long time. So these are not good numbers. People are not, and you know, there's been rising and falling peace deals, terrible exchanges of fire and loss of life. So it's a disturbing time. We are at war with Iran. Maybe a little low right now, but it doesn't mean it's over.
Yeah. You know, and something else that I thought was really interesting that you guys asked, extremely timely right now, given people's fear around eating fresh produce, right? We have this cyclospora outbreak that people are avoiding lettuce like the plague. And you guys asked, how do people feel about government oversight on food? What did they tell you?
Well, I'll tell you, we decided to do this because of a lot of things. I won't even get into it, but 43% of voters say they're a lot worried or somewhat worried or having a lack of confidence in the fact that there's food safety. In other words, could your food be tainted? Is it really monitored well? Are we eating well? But it's an interesting, and again, we go back to the dinner table. It's an interesting question, and it elicited an interesting response. People are concerned about the food supply and just how good it is and how healthy it is.
Yeah, all things that Republican leaders are going to want to get a hold on before the November election hits. Tim Malloy with Quinnipiac University, we thank you so much for taking time out to talk with us today.
Great questions as always. See ya. Bye.